Hi, Nursing 509, Dr. Kim Paxton here. This is your final week of the Advanced Pathophysiology course. This week you will be taking a final examination, which I'll review in just a few moments. You will be bringing forward information and learning that has occurred over the past 5 weeks into your final examination. I'll explain that further in just a few moments. This week is culminating in your being able to apply an advanced pathophysiology understanding into a specific entity of critical illness. The critical illness that I'm discussing with you is multi-system organ failure, or as our book terms it, multi-organ dysfunction syndrome. You may have come across these patients in your past who have been quite sick, either from sepsis or surgical intervention, hypotensive shock situations, and all of these leads into undermining concepts that affect the physiological processes within the body. But what happens to cause the body to fail? What makes these organs fail in relationship to these critical illnesses? That's what we're going to be reviewing this week, and that is what your final will focus on. What I'm asking you to complete this week is the reading. You just have one chapter to read, that is chapter 48. It is on shock and multi-organ dysfunction syndrome, as well as burns that are occurring in the adult. You do have some videos to watch, and you do have a final to complete this week. As part of the final examination, you will be reading a case scenario. The case scenario that you will be reading, I have identified under the exam essay instructions. Please read the case scenario very carefully. It is related to burns. I am then going to ask you to answer the 7 questions that I have listed under that instruction sheet. These 7 questions are the first 7 questions on the actual final examination. Please answer these questions outside of the exam, write your answer to these questions in a Word document, and copy and paste them when you are ready to take the final examination and answer the multiple choice section, matching and fill in the blank that the rest of the examination is composed of. These are going to require you to critically think and pull information that you have learned in relationship to cardiac, respiratory, renal, and fluid and electrolytes from previous learnings of this class. The final examination is composed of those 7 essay questions that you just previously were given instruction on. Those 7 questions are the first 7 questions of your final examination. The remaining content of the final exam relates to Chapter 48. The answers to those questions will be located inside of Chapter 48. They will be matching, multiple choice, and fill in the blank. Some of them are going to require you to pull from past information that you learned in this course in relationship to the other chapter components related to cardiology, respiratory, renal, and fluid and electrolytes. You will have 240 minutes to take this examination. You will only have one opportunity to complete the examination. So please do not open the exam until you are ready to copy and paste those first 7 answers into their corresponding questions, because you will not be able to get into it again. If you have any questions in relationship to this examination and how you're supposed to take it, please make sure you're contacting me before you enter into the exam. Each question will only be visible to you one time. You will not be able to go back, and you will not be able to repeat. Thank you so much for being in this class. I do hope that it was helpful to you and that it helped to expand your current pathophysiological knowledge. I wish you the best in the future, and God bless.